Your benefits from listening to this video: get to know phases of a conflict in a partnership in order to better predict escalations, as well as get to know the approach of constructive feedback to avoid unnecessary escalations through skillful communication. Hi, welcome to Coach in Business and today's episode on the topic of conflict resolution. One of 11 episodes which are available on my YouTube channel on the topic of conflict resolution. In today's episode, we will talk about conflict situations, especially in private contexts, in partnerships. We will talk about how such conflicts develop, and we will talk about one possible solution, the I message or the feedback, the constructive feedback approach. So basically, how does a conflict develop, how we can perceive a conflict, how can we understand, evaluate the phase we are in, and understand that a conflict is arising within our partnership, within our private life. Basically, we have 5 phases. The first one is premonition of a dispute. So there's a gradual escalation of tensions, leading to the conclusion that something is wrong. We are feeling that something is wrong. So this is basically the situation when you see birds or animals running or flying away, because they do feel that it will be raining, that the weather is going to break, that a tornado is upcoming. So this is the situation for us humans. Second, there is a mutual animosity, so a feeling of misunderstanding, of frustration, of blame, of recrimination. So we are starting to get involved, we are starting to argue, we do know that there is a conflict in place. Then third, the conflict itself. This is the culmination of the conflict in form of a stormy exchange of opinions in which negative emotions take over. So we are not able to cognitively process all the information and derive the right conclusions, but our emotions get developed, we take shortcuts, etc. Parties to the conflict do not listen to the arguments, both know better, both try to blame and shout at each other. Then there is silence. Silence is the fourth step, and it enables constructive communication in which emotions can be separated from rational arguments for the respective positions. Silence is like the first important step towards agreement. So this is very important. You can use silence in order to calm down, to get your emotions uninvolved, to get the processing of information in place, and maybe then get to an agreement. And the fifth step is the actual agreement, so the confrontation of positions and the working out of a common solution to a dispute. So this is like commonly working on a common goal, conflict resolution, for example, in order to find or to create a win-win situation, so both parties are benefiting. If this is not as easy as possible, or if you do not want to escalate from step 2, mutual animosity, to step 3, conflict, there is the I message, or the basically the constructive feedback approach, meaning that you have like 4 basic parts of a sentence which you should use in order to not escalate, not provoke the other side. The I message allows you to talk about what you can change, what is in your power, to not blame the other side, to not provoke the other side. So the first one is to talk about how you feel, a statement of feelings or belief. Describe your feelings. For example, I do feel fear. I have fear. I'm angry about something. Then second, if you describe objectively the objective behavior, do not interpret, do not value the behavior of the other side, but just objectively describe what happened. So first one, I feel sad, I feel afraid, I feel angry if you come home late, for example. So only description of objective behavior. Third one, because, then state the consequences, the values, describe the consequences you have from your partner's behavior. So I feel sad, I feel afraid if you come home late, because then I cannot sleep, and I think that something happened to you, and I will be bad at work tomorrow, etc. pp. And fourth, describe possible alternative behaviors you would expect from your partner. So formulate a goal, say what you want. For example, I would expect you to either be back home at the time we agreed upon, or tell me via phone, write me a text message that you will be late, so that I know that everything's fine with you, so that I do not need to feel afraid. So this is the iMessage or the constructive feedback. It will help to not escalate tensions, to show your partner that you are willing to take your responsibility, that it's your feeling of, for example, being afraid, and that you are not blaming him or her on being late, but that you are just expecting to feel better, to change, adapt the behavior. Thank you for listening. I hope it helped you, the iMessage as well as the constructive feedback approach. I hope you will listen again. Thank you very much. I wish you a smile every day on your face, and see you next time. Bye-bye.